Hey guys, welcome back to your channel. In this episode, I'm going to talk about how my life had changed after I had my inner child therapy. So have you guys heard of an inner child? Maybe some of you guys have. Inner child is behavioral patterns or thought patterns which you will repeat again and again even after you grew up. And the patterns are created from your experience that you had when you are a child. So usually it's you get hurt when you're a kid, and that memory or that experience will keep coming out, and you will be influenced by such thinking, and that's an inner child. And for instance, when you were small, your siblings were always getting complimented, and you thought you will never get complimented, so you eventually think that you are not worthy, you are valueless. Or when you were small, your parents didn't really care about you, or you felt that your parents didn't really take care of you, and then you will develop this idea that, oh, I'm a person who doesn't deserve to be loved. And then after you grow up, you will still have that idea, and when you enter a relationship, you will always have this fear that I might get dumped one day, or you can't really trust someone you love because in the very deep inside within you, you think you don't deserve to be loved. Or when you're small, your parents were really strict to you, and you were only allowed to do things that they told you to do, so you didn't really have much free choice on what to do, and you couldn't make choice on your own. If you grew up like that, you had this frustration that you actually wanted to do things in a different way, but even after you grew up, you couldn't really do things as you thought. You will do things which will please other people, but you yourself is not really pleased, but you can't change that behavioral pattern, something like that. So if you grew up having your inner child, maybe you will not be confident, or you cannot love yourself, or you can't really say things out loud what you're really thinking in your mind, or you always feel lonely, or you can't really see things that you really want, or you can't really say things that you really want, or you can't believe other people, you can't trust other people, or you think that life is meaningless, or you can't maintain a good relationship with your family or your loved ones, or you're anxious in doing anything. So these are the kind of side effects of having inner child, and to heal this inner child, you can also change your behavioral pattern or your thought pattern, which can have a positive effect on your life from now on. And I had a inner child therapy, online therapy back in July, so I want to share the experience with everyone. So I had this therapy in July the 4th, on the Independence Day, and the platform I used was called Street Academy. Maybe it's only available in Japan, but it's the online platform where you can learn many stuff online or in person, not just those psychological stuff, but like you can learn fitness or yoga or like business manners. Many stuff you can learn on that platform. I also didn't know that. One of my friends told me that she also had inner child therapy using that platform, which was really good. And her way of thinking had completely changed. I heard that and I thought maybe I should also have that therapy. And the therapist was called Imura Junko sensei. In Japan, we called anyone who will teach you something like sensei. So I'm gonna call her Junko sensei. So the session lasted for about 2.5 hours, and I paid around 8,000 yen, which is around $80. And today I saw, I checked her site again, and it was now 5,000 yen. It's even cheaper, so it's more affordable. So if you guys are interested, but you should be able to speak Japanese though. But you can have the therapy online. So even though you are not living in Japan, I guess it's a good way for you to have therapy. And the sequence of the therapy is that first she will listen to my current thoughts and what's my situation. And she kept listening to whatever I say. Only by telling some of your thoughts that you're thinking currently to someone, and someone just keep listening to you, is a good experience. Normally, you don't have many people that you can tell many things. Even your family, sometimes they're not listening, right? So first she was listening to my current situations, and then she gave me some lectures on the inner child, and also some psychological stuff. And also she told me about the self-affirmation or Maslow's hierarchy of needs and the self-actualization and stuff. So one thing I remember she said was that to have this self-actualization, which is the highest step in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you actually have to heal your negative thoughts. Once you heal the negative thoughts, and if your feeling becomes neutral, that's when you can do something positive. And that's when you can actually have self-actualization on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And in the very end of the session, she gave me some actual therapy. First, she brought some tuning fork and she created some vibrating sound. And she said, please imagine that you're in a grass field with a nice breeze, and you find yourself, your small you sitting in the grass. And what can you see? And I will also imagine what I saw, and I'll tell her. And then I saw a small me crouching on the ground, crying, and she doesn't let me show her face. And Junko sensei said, please talk to her. And I just talked to her whatever I wanted to talk to her. And then I hugged her, and I told to a small myself that it's okay. I know you were sad. I know you were being anxious. I know you had so much pain. And like that, you just feel the undigested feeling that you felt when you're small. And you, the adult you, can heal the small child you. And then in the end, you will tell your child yourself that I love you so much. I'm always been with you. And I cried a lot doing this therapy. And then I also realized that I somehow had this thought that I shouldn't exist in this world. I don't deserve to live. and I should have been born into this world, which was such a negative feeling. I guess that feeling was always lingering, and I somehow always had negative thoughts about myself, and I always couldn't admit that it's just okay to exist in this world, because I always thought I shouldn't exist in this world. But after this session, I realized that I had such a thought. It's so stupid when you are grown up and you think that you had that kind of thought. But as a kid, kids can have many crazy thoughts, And I think when I was small, I kind of had such feeling that I shouldn't exist in this world. But through this therapy, you can actually forgive yourself for having such crazy thoughts, and you can heal yourself. You can heal your past you, and then you can love yourself by hugging a small you. And also I want to share what happened after the therapy, how my life has changed after that. I find there are so many websites talking about what inner child therapy is, what they do, but they don't really talk about what's the effect afterwards. How will your life change? So I want to share that with everyone using my own experience. So immediately after I finished the session, I felt something warm inside me, which was quite nice feeling. And a few days later, when I go to a park, me and my husband, you often go to park in the evening just for a walk. And that day we also went to the park and we were just sitting on the grass. And then suddenly I saw those trees swinging by the wind. And somehow I felt there was so much love coming from the trees. And I was kind of amazed to feel like that just by looking at those trees in the park. And also after a few days, I met my mom after quite a while. And then I also felt so much love from my mom, which I didn't really felt before. So like that, once yourself is healed, and you start seeing people, or you cherish things around you which you didn't really realize until then. And just like me, I think I had some resentful thoughts toward my mom, and which I healed using the therapy. And then the way I see this world had changed so much. So after all, I thought that whether you're happy or unhappy, you are always choosing. It was you who was choosing that whether you are happy or not. So it's up to you. If you choose to be happy, you are happy. And before, I think I unconsciously chose the unhappy state, but it's unconscious. And as I said again and again, this world, the world you're seeing out there, is just a reflection of your inner hurt or your mind. So if you change what's inside you, what's within you, what you're feeling, then you can also change the world you're seeing outside of you. So this time I healed my inner child, and then the world I see also changed. It sounds so ridiculous when you say that, oh, the trees are giving me love, because trees are just existing out there. They are existing as the same trees yesterday and today. It's merely how you receive those existence of trees. Before I got healed, I didn't feel anything looking at those trees. Once you got filled, you actually feel those love from those trees, from skies, from everything around you. You can really see here that it's really up to you how you want to interpret this world. The world just exists out there. It's up to your interpretation, how you want to receive it. And the world can so easily be changed if you just change your inner thoughts, right? And the Junko sensei also told me you can do this. You can do the inner child healing just by yourself. When you're taking bath or when you're in the bed, you can do the same thing. Just remember a small you and hug her, talk to her, and love her and stuff. Because you have accumulated 20 years or 30 years of your inner childness. And it's hard for you to just heal everything only in 2 hours, in a 2-hour session, right? So we can do this just by ourselves again and again. I sometimes do this, but it's kind of hard for you to do really alone. So I recommend you to first have some expert doing this therapy once, and then once you do it, once you've done it, then maybe you can do by yourself again. So the message I wanted to share with everyone is that it's you who can love you the most. And once you can heal yourself, you can love yourself, what you see out there will also change. The world you see will also change. So I really recommend people to have those kind of therapies and heal their inner child and see the different world. It's such a nicer world than the world I was living before. So, yep, that's it for today. Bye bye.